It was the middle of the night, and I was mainlining a romance webcomic, the kind that gets your face hot and your heart racing. I was right at the good part when I saw the author's note, on indefinite hiatus. In a fit of desperation, I slid into the author's DMs. Doodlebug, I typed. Please, just a few more crumbs. A little chicken feed for your loyal flock. The author, to my shock, replied. He sounded miserable. I'm sorry. The comic is inspired by my wife, but she's been so cold to me lately, he continued. She keeps bringing up another man's name, putting me in my place. I'm terrified she's going to leave me. I feel like dying. I can't even pick up my stylus. To save my favorite fictional couple, I decided to become a real-life hero. That's where you're wrong, I wrote back, channeling every ounce of confidence I didn't have. I'm actually a gold medal relationship counselor. I specialize in this stuff. Give me your number, and I'll talk you off the ledge. I've got a few tricks that might save your marriage. He was so grateful, he sent his number immediately. I typed it into my phone to add him as a contact. And then I saw the profile picture. A fluffy white Samoyed. Oh god. This was the same number as the arrogant, distant man I'd made a pact with after our sham wedding. We would be husband and wife on paper only. No interference, no intimacy. Complete and total distance. Turns out, I was the cold, heartless wife. The problem was, I was just honoring our agreement. But for the sake of the story, for the love of the comic, I knocked on the door to his bedroom across the hall that night. It's suddenly so cold in here, I said, my voice a carefully crafted tremor. Could you come warm up my bed? The man, who was a master of composure, froze. Then, the tips of his ears bloomed into a fascinating shade of crimson. I got home late from work. The apartment smelled incredible. As I shut the door, I saw Owen with his back to me, untying the strings of an apron. Broad shoulders, narrow waist. He had a certain domestic charm. I glanced away, clutching my purse tighter as I headed for my bedroom. The food might look delicious, but none of it was for me. That was the deal. Our prenup, scribbled on a cocktail napkin, was simple. We don't bother each other. We keep our distance. We live our own lives under the same roof. I'd only taken a few steps when he cleared his throat. You've been getting back late, he said from the living room. Have you eaten? I paused, turning my head to offer a polite smile. Just deadlines. You know how it is. Haven't eaten yet. Was just going to order something. Am I disturbing you coming in this late? Not at all. Between the endless overtime and the soul-crushing news about my favorite webcomic, I was running on fumes. The last thing I had energy for was small talk with my emotionally unavailable husband in name only. I flashed another fake smile and was about to make my escape when he spoke again. Well, since you're here, I made a little too much. If you want to eat together, so it doesn't go to waste. I raised an eyebrow, surprised. He immediately became flustered. Don't get the wrong idea. It was a mistake. I just made too much. There were 4 or 5 dishes on the table, including my absolute favorite, pan-seared salmon with asparagus. Since he'd offered, I wasn't about to say no. The moment I sat down, a pair of long, pale hands reached across the table. My eyes followed the arm up to a pair of stunning, almond-shaped eyes. Let me get you some soup, he murmured. Oh, thanks. That's nice of you. In 3 months of marriage, I think this was the first time we'd ever shared a table. And damn, the man could cook. I kept my head down, pushing rice around my bowl, my mind drifting back to the day I'd asked him to marry me. The memory still made me cringe. 6 months ago, my family had tried to set me up with a guy from my hometown, short, round, and offering a $20,000 bride price. They were relentlessly pressuring me to quit my job and move back. I was terrified. Then, one day, I overheard my boss consoling a friend on the phone about the exact same family pressure. I took a wild leap of faith and asked my boss for his friend's number. When I first met Owen, my face went hot. I hadn't expected him to be so handsome. Click the link in my bio to get the full story for free.